This is my, oh, now I'm recording. All right, I might be recording now. Hey, I'm Matt Lee with schematical.com, shippergoodofthepot.com, that's SHIP. And right now I'm in between projects. I think I did a live cast yesterday that kind of went sideways, but we're going to go try this again today. So I've been doing a bunch of ideating on different things I want to build. I want to build a product. Usually I run a consulting company, but right now we're kind of in between contracts, and I blew up my knee while traveling through India a couple months ago. So I'm back getting surgery, and I can't leave because I got to get PT. So all really annoying. I'll save you the hassle. But right now, the reason I'm doing this cast is because I want to show you guys how easy it is to build a new product. In reality, it's easy in some ways and extremely difficult in others, but it's easy to get started. A lot of my friends, they're like, oh, I don't know how to program. It's like 90% of what I do is Google stuff. And you're going to see that because when I start sharing my screen, it will actually, you'll see how much Googling of stuff it is. Once you kind of got an idea where things are, you can go from there. So what app I'm building is I have this idea for a card game app. So right now I nicknamed it the Weary Traveler. But what I want to do is I don't want to build some big grandiose project. Previously, when I was young and stupid, I would spend like 9 months building something and like my savings and be like, okay, like where, like try and, if you build it, they will come, and find out that, they didn't. And so now I'm playing around with, involving people in the process so you can actually follow along and see what I do. And, building something smaller. I actually just had lunch with a another guy that works at the co-working space who is also in similar. And so what I want to do is I think I'll try and build this in 2 weeks, maybe less. Honestly, it's Friday here at 100 State. And so maybe Scotch Clock, if I could have a prototype up so people could play, that'd be wonderful. But I don't think that's really in the cards. That was a crappy pun, didn't mean that. But here's kind of what I'm building. It's like a little user interface diagram, swiping and stuff like that. It's a really simple card app. There's a ton of them out there already, but none of them that do quite this. So when I travel, this is a user interface diagram, kind of shows how the screens will look. And when I travel, one of the ways I meet people is to, have a happy hour, cocktail, maybe play a game with them. So got to thinking this would be kind of fun. I could see other people using this. So the idea is that we could crowdsource some crowdsource people's rules. So you could, edit, because not everybody plays Circle of Death the same way, or King's Cup or whatever. So people could add their own rules to it. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Big shout out to Levels.io. It was his idea. He kind of said, hey, you should live stream your build process. So for all 32 of my YouTube subscribers, or whoever happens to be out there, please enjoy the process of me building something. So let's get this thing set up. Screen share. There we go. Cool. So the first thing I'm going to do is, what you should do is validate, but I'm skipping that step, which is a horrible idea, but I want to build something. I'm bored. So I'm going to build a new repository here, and this is GitHub. For those of you guys who don't know, GitHub's version control. Think of it like Google Docs for code. If anybody aspires to be a coder, you're going to want to probably have a GitHub account. Some of the hardcore hackers are going to heckle me on that. I don't care. I'm going to call this Weary Traveler. Did I spell that right? I'm going to Google something because I always, yeah, that's right, Traveler. I did spell Traveler wrong. Oh my God. Someday I will learn how to spell. All right, there we go. I'm going to make it public. So you can sign up for an account and create these public for free if you want to. If you were asking if I'm worried about people stealing my ideas, you definitely aren't an entrepreneur yet. In this day and age, there's no such thing as billion-dollar ideas, just billion-dollar execution, which is what you're going to watch me do as I talk into my screen. There we go. So I use WebStorm. You can use whatever IDE you want. I do pay for it. This is a paid for tool, very reasonably priced. There we go. 100x team. Get out of here. Grammatical is my handle. Weary Traveler is the name of my thing. There we go. Let's pull it down. So as you can see, it's going to be a pretty empty, bare bones repository. There's nothing in it. Ah, geez, there's nothing in it. So we got to put something in here. So let's go ahead and put something in here. So we're going to go, I like to use Express.js for the backend. So there's going to be two parts to this. In the backend is Express. That's where we're going to store the card information. And in the front end, it's going to be, I think we're going to use Ionic for this one. Pretty sure. So Ionic is a very popular cross-platform JavaScript thing. And again, JavaScript is something, a lot of people will say, oh, JavaScript, not a real language. I'm not going to disagree or agree or anything like that. But it's a language that you can learn very cheaply. It'll run in your browser, so you don't have to like compile anything. It's not complex like that. Anybody that builds a web page has to know JavaScript, so I can take guys from other languages that know like PHP or Python or something like that, as long as they know any amount of front end coding, which is the stuff that runs in your browser, then they're going to need to use this stuff. So here we go. It's that simple. So we're going to go and we're going to create a. I should have done npm init. Npm init just basically it says it's a repository. Blah 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 blah. Yes. Okay. So what that does is it creates this package.json, which basically says it's a repository. I don't want to add idea to it. We're going to git add. Where is it? So I love the user interface. This thing's WebStorm is far from perfect, but it is still pretty damn good. So we're going to create an index.js file, index.js, and add that, and we're going to do that. And so now, if I were to run this thing by typing in Node, and you'd have to go in and install Node, just Google that stuff. There we go. It's listening on port 300. So that means it's running on my machine. If I go to localhost, 3000, it'll say hello world. And if I change this to hello traveler, we're going to go, I got to restart the app too. It doesn't auto resync. It says hello traveler. Simple there. So we just started with our first website or web page there. You got that up and running in like 2 minutes. There's a million tutorials on this. I'm not going to go into too much depth in it. I'm also going to install Mocha because I install a couple of things I like. npm install -s config. That does my configuration files. We'll do Mocha. Mocha. Mocha is a test suite. I told myself I was going to try and do TDD on this, test-driven development. We'll do Mongoose. So what is Mongoose? Those of you guys that don't know, MongoDB is a database that I like. It's no SQL. It's different than MySQL, meaning that it's a highly scalable database, which for our purposes, I don't think we need to have a very highly scalable database for the moment. We're actually going to run this. Actually, I can set this up on MongoLabs right now. MongoLabs. So MongoLabs is a database hosting tool that we use for my bigger projects like Castex, which if anybody wants a podcast search engine that is really expensive to keep running and update, you check out Castex. Let's go ahead and create a new tiny little one for this thing. We'll call it, I don't know how to spell Weary Traveler. We'll WEARYTRA. Copy it from here. So that way I don't have to try and misspell it and host it on Amazon US East. I don't care about any of that stuff. Why are you not telling me the price on this? Mike, oh wait, I think I've got to do, create new deployment. I don't want a whole new environment. Amazon Web Services. There we go. Free. See right there. You can do this for free. Okay, it's awesome. Good. Continue. Where is it? Continue? Down here. It's hiding. Don't like that. That's bad UI. There we go. Doesn't really matter where it is. I guess I probably don't want it in Europe. And we're going to put that in there. Weary traveler. Continue. Pool, total price free. We got half a gig. If we fill this thing up, it's not, we don't have images or anything like that. It's going to be hosted in the database. It's going to be text and rules for cards. So it's super simple. So, and you're live. And I'm going to create my config folder, which I need for config. Config. There we go. And we go there. We're going to go default.js. And yes, I do want to add that. There we go. And so if you know anything, you can set this up. You could do .json, .xml, whatever. We're going to go Mongo. And this basically just holds configurations, because when I run it locally on my machine, the configurations are going to be different than when I run it somewhere else. I'm planning to host this thing on Farscape. It's AWS. We'll Dockerize this thing super quickly. So there we go. It'll be a URL, I think. So right there, and I'll have to add a DB user. I don't think I have any users. Do I have a user? We don't have any user. Let's add a user. We're going to do, I really shouldn't be doing this on the camera. But I will change the password before I go live with this thing, hopefully. Otherwise, you're going to cost me a free database if you're a bastard and you steal this. Let's call, what do we call this? Okay, password. We'll do, let's see. I don't know, we're going to do, oh, I got an automatic password generator here, don't I? Yeah, LastPass. Let's generate a secure password. There we go. Copy password. Wonderful. I got a copy password. We're going to do, actually, I have a feeling I'm not doing this right. We're going to create, note to self, change that. No, don't save that. Stupid. All right, we're going to go look at npm mongoose, mongoose. This is what I'm talking about 90% Google and stuff. I don't remember what this stuff is. So we're going to do, yeah, that connection string will work. We don't need to get fancy with a connection string. So that's, yeah, that's going to be our connection string. Let's go ahead, and I'd like to create a directory src. We're going to move our index into that, and we're going to change here npm start to src node src/index.js. That'll start us off. What I'm going to also do is I'm going to do this so I can actually use the debugging and stuff here. We're going to go ahead and we'll create a runtime here. So this, instead of having to type in the command line every single time, I can just push this up here. src index.js. That's it. And I can add environment variables, which I normally, actually, I guess I would do the MongoDB password in here normally. So I should get that configuration right. I feel like I'm not. That's it. Oh, the hell with it. We'll do it later. Why? Okay. So now instead of running it from the command line, I hate calling this, what would you call this, server /local or server local. And if I hit that, it'll start running it. You see it's running on 3000 now. It's running in debug, so I can do something like this. Pause there. So we're going to go, I'm going to stop and rerun. Do not show in the future. And what'll happen is it'll actually stop on that line of code. If I go and try and run this here, it'll be like, See, it's loading and it's taking forever to load because it's stopped here. And I can, debug stuff and see stuff like, I can see in the request. I can see all sorts of stuff in the request. I don't know, the URL and probably the IP address of where it's coming from and stuff. I don't know. All right, again, this isn't a tutorial on how to do all this stuff. I got to move quick here. We gotta go do stuff. Get port. So this gets the port from my config file. I don't know why the hell I'm doing this right now. It's not vital to what we're doing. I guess it'll be important when we go to Dockerize stuff. I could just let it run on 3000. Yeah, I need to get the MVP, minimum viable product right now. I don't need to I don't need to get the kitchen sink, CONFIG. I can't talk and code at the same time. All right, so let's go back to the Mongoose stuff. Let's get ourselves a schema. So this basically defines what data is going to look like in the database. And I did an ERD earlier and flashed it on screen, but I don't think we looked too deep into it. So we're going to call this models. And again, this isn't going to be strict MVC or fully normalized or any of that stuff because I'm in a hurry. So we got the game calls for you to have a deck, JS, and cards, and directory. No, not directory. Damn it. So we'll need cards, new file, cards.js. Yes. And so yeah, we're going to call this, some of you are going to hate me for this. They are actual developers, module, export symbols. I'm going to export this as a function where we actually pass an app to it. So that way I can add this to the main app object. Pre-save, I don't care about any of that stuff. The schema. There we go. We'll need that. So what we'll do is we'll add this to app.models. Should we do that? Let's do app.mongo. We'll call, what is this, cards? I don't know why I pluralize cards. I'm very particular about my naming conventions. It makes it easier. At the same time, I say in particular, I somehow managed to jump from camel casing to snake casing like an idiot. But that's life. Let's see. There we go. Do I have sometimes I've got these required, do I have required? No, control. So there's this, find that I type the same thing over and over again. There's one thing I love about this IDE is that I can go in here and make something like, I just did all this for TypeScript and I decided not to use TypeScript. Here's my live templating, live temp tools. Live templates. I can go and add stuff here. So we'll do add, I got JavaScript. There we go, JavaScript. Let's add one for Node. Let's call it Node. And, oh, no. Let's do add template group Node. And we're going to add a live template. And I'm going to call this one require. And all it'll be is const. Oh man, I don't remember what the $, const package equals require package. And there we go. I'm going to say that this is going to be good for, we have JavaScript? Oh man, I'm blind. JavaScript. There we go. Okay, apply. The live template with an empty text has been found. I think it added one there earlier. That's gibberish. We're getting rid of that. Okay, so it's apply. Good. Wonderful. I'm going to add one more because I constantly am requiring this other one. Score.js is a useful tool, and I like to have it around. So as a job, yeah. All right. Apply. I really hope we're still recording. Okay, so now if I go like Control J and I type in REQ, I can do that, and I can type in Mongoose, and boom, and it just saved me typing a lot of stuff down the road. Looks like I'm still recording. Is anybody actually viewing this? 0 viewers. Wonderful. You can watch it later. I'm kidding. All right, let's go back to work here. Card. And card will have a suit, which, wait, is that, okay. Love the suit and a number. And the suit's going to be a string, and the number is going to be number, I guess. And we have rule, be a string, and I got to remember how to do foreign relationships here. Do we have that here? We have ref, ref. We don't have reference. Basically, I just want to make it so we're referencing another. It's going to reference the deck, but I don't remember what it is. So we're going to go to the home page. Take a look there. I'm really tempted to pull this out of my old code, but I don't think that's going to help you guys. So this is, again, you could pull stuff out of your old code, but I'm just kind of showing you how you just go through and brute force this stuff and how much Googling actually fits. Models, we got relationships, subdocuments, populate. There we go. Ref. That's what I'm trying to do right here. I'm going to copy that exactly. Cool. So we'll call it deck, and it's going to reference deck. We haven't made that yet, but we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. And we're going to go to the deck, and we're going to put that in here. And I don't know, we'll call it, deck's going to have a name. And then it's going to have a, I'm going to say owner. Type user. Let's put user in here. I don't think we're going to actually use the user yet, being as I'm the only one that uses this. But we'll do the same thing. We'll go user, and we'll probably use passport.js or something like that. I need to figure out what type of authentication mechanisms are supported for Ionic. I'll come to that in a second. Let's see. This is now deck. A lot of copying and pasting in this job. There you go. That's it. That's all we're going to have right now. No upvote, nothing too fancy. Okay. Now, don't click the authentication. All right. So let's go ahead. I think I told you we're using a test suite, which is mocha.js. And we're not doing global. We're going to do this. We're going to make a test. Directory test. And we're going to say file index.js. And yes. And I don't think I have a cert installed. I don't really like cert. So we're just gonna, basically, I'm gonna show you guys how my URL structure is gonna work. We're gonna go slash dex, list out dex, and then we're gonna we'll test that. So this is a testing framework. I'm usually pretty lazy about doing TDD, but I told myself I'm going to do better. We're going to need request.js installed. So we'll do npm install -save-dev. So this will only install when I'm running this thing in a development mode, so I can run tests and stuff like that. Run request.js, or I don't remember if it's request or request.js. npm, I think it's request. Yeah, it's just request. All right, so this will make a call out to my API request. Am I not in the right spot here? What happened here? Oh, I broke my package.json. Wasn't valid JSON, didn't like that. I forgot a comma. So that's part of programming. You gotta have a lot of patience, because this can be frustrating. We're gonna move Mocha over here because you don't need that normally either, but that's fine. So we just did the same thing with Mocha. Mocha will only get installed for dev. And how the hell do I run this thing? There you go. So we're going to tell my script when I run npm test to just run Mocha, and it'll figure out what to do. Don't need to get complicated here. Let's get to it. How do you do setup to Mocha? You gotta set this thing up somehow. Oh, let's set up the test server. All right, whatever. I'll get back to that. Dex, all right. It should return a 200. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go back over here to requests, and I don't want to use that one. I like these to be constants. I know it's silly of me to be so particular, but I do like that. So we're gonna go ahead. I wonder if I can get config to work in here. Okay, remember we did this earlier, config. So now I can pull in the configs. And we'll do, God, this is hacky. Plus config.get port. Oh, geez. I'm going to make this a constant too, since we're going to hit it a bunch, and I don't want to edit this 100 times. So const post well, camel case on this project. And pop that in there, host URL, blah, blah, blah. /dex plus /dex. And so we'll go if there throw error, which will blow this thing up. And actually a better way to log an error here, but I can't remember what it is. Cool. So if not response. And we're going to go if status code That equals 200. Where basically this automated test I'll put it part of my build process probably, that's saying that it'll just blow up. So, all right, I feel like I'm screwing something up here. Damn it, Mongoose. There we go. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Done. Done and done. That's what we want. It done. Wonderful. Those of you guys that don't know asynchronous stuff, JavaScript, which is one of the things people complain the most about it, but it's also pretty awesome, is that I'm not going to cover here. Go and look up what the hell asynchronous stuff means, but it basically means that things can continue to run while JavaScript's doing its, for example, while we're loading this thing, other stuff can continue to run. So let me go return done, smiley face, good. Go ahead and run npm test. Npm test. Error is not defined. ERR. I prefer to use the short abbreviation of error. Okay, invalid status code 404. Any guesses why? Because I haven't written that route yet. So let's go make a dex route. So config, src index. I usually move these to their own routes file. We're not going to do that yet. We'll get there. We're going to go and another good thing, Control-Shift-V lets me go back and paste things from like up to 5 things ago. So now /dex will return hello traveler. So if I reboot this thing and I rerun npm test, it now passes with a 200. But let's add another it should here, maybe. So I'm pretty sure I can do this. I'm shooting from the hip here. URL. Again, just check the docs. We're going to go JSON is true, so it expects JSON back. For those of you guys that don't know, it's JavaScript object notation. It's just a way of transferring or formatting data. And it really should be outside right now. It's beautiful. So when my laptop's fully charged and we're at a breaking point, I'm going to relocate or outside instead of in this phone booth at 100 State where it looks less weird than I'm talking to myself. I'm actually talking to all you nice people, which I'm guessing is still at 0. Future people that listen to this. How am I doing? Oh, yes. If, this is a chance to use our underscore. Control J underscore, look at that, right there. So now if not is, say not is array, then blow up. So we'll do return. I'm not going to do this in-depth stuff for everything, but we're just going to go ahead. Response was not an array. And we'll go finally if body.length, which is an array thing. An array is just a collection of data for those of you guys that aren't programmers. Return. Wait, no, we're going to go body.length is smaller than 1 equals less than 1. Yeah, it's negative number. That'd be impressive. That'd be crazy. My mind would be blown. Now our tests are going to fail again. We'll blow this up. npm test. Cannot find underscore. I don't think I installed it. Also, I'm not sure I reset the thing. So let's go ahead. npm install -s capital S underscore. And so that'll install the underscore module, which has just a bunch of useful helper functions. It's like a small Swiss Army knife. It's not great at doing a big thing, but it's helpful for doing little things. Oh, wait, that's a test. I didn't need to restart. I'm crazy. Response was not an array because the response was something else. So I should probably have made this thing its own. it. Not important. We're going. Those of you who actually know you're doing probably cringing right now. Like, why are you doing? Why are you doing it like that? No, because I'm gonna add index. It's not JS to this. This will be module. I think I've got a control J for this equals app. I'm gonna make that into a live template because why the hell not? Settings, live templates, node. Call it module and JavaScript and apply. Okay. So now I want to do that. Just go module, and it'll save me time. We're gonna go crazy quick on this. But it's forcing me to be more effective with my programming. And so we're gonna go require /. You got to use a relative path. If you guys don't know what relative path versus absolute path, read up on it. Cards, app. And we're gonna do the same thing with deck, and we'll do the same thing with user. Cool. And then from our main one, we're gonna go ahead and require module. Okay. We don't need to do it like that. Require /modules, models. I wouldn't know this stuff. Cool. Oh, I definitely need to go app.models equals, no, app.mongo equals that. There we go. Cool. See if it blows up when I restart it. Number is not defined. I think we need to go to card. I think it wants a capital N there. If I would have clicked that, it would have been quicker, but I kind of know these things. Okay, cool. So we loaded that. Now let's go ahead and let's query the database. I should promisify this stuff, but I'm not going to right now. I'm just going to move quick and break things. Models dex, deck.find all of the decks. So you could put something in here and it would like find a specific deck. But we're not doing that because again, we're moving super quick. JSON, and we'll like do that. What that should do is return an empty array. So I'm going to open up another tool right now that I have that if you want to do dev, you're probably going to want the Postman. Also, you may notice I got the 4 screen set up here. I mean, it's probably a little confusing. It's awesome though. I really love the setup. You can see I got some chaoscraft stuff here. We're going to close that. Don't save. For those of you guys that don't know, chaoscraft is my project that probably I got most of my subscribers from, unless you're subscribing to my trilateration project, that is doing AI and I can't even talk, neural network AIs for robots, for Minecraft. Totally different project. Look up the other videos if you're interested. They're like evolving and stuff. Oop, why did you open that up? Don't do that. Get out of here. So we have a problem there. Cannot read property deck of undefined. That means that, oh, I did models and it's Mongoose. Notice how the highlighting is it Mongo? Not Mongo. M-O-N-G-O. How did I make it? No. Add that Mongo. Usually it changes colors. For some reason it didn't. Let's try this again. It's loading. Do I have a debug point in there? I don't. Oh, it's probably trying to connect to Mongo, and I don't think the connection's happening right now because I didn't initialize Mongoose. So crazy stuff. where do I have, where's the, there we go. That's what we need. We need that. So I'm going to add that in my models folder. And we'll go like that. Well, first we've got to require Mongoose again, J, require Mongoose. There we go, Mongoose connects. And what we'll do here, I think I'm going to add the config. No, I don't want to do that. J, require config, config.get mongo.url, and let's double check that. Mongo URL. Okay, so ideally it'll connect this time instead of just sitting there doing nothing. And let's see if it does stuff. If we get an array back, then it worked. Oh. Password contains illegal characters. Son of a gun. That's funny that MongoLab would let me do that. But so, well, we're going to blow this guy up. Let's delete. Add a database user. Same thing. I'm going to generate another password. Generate a secure password. We're going to, I think I can take out symbols. And let's, there we go. Copy password. 1, 2. Remind me to change this if I haven't. You hack my free half-gig database with all the precious card data we're going to have in here, then you're kind of a dick. All right, let's try this again. I didn't realize that's promise-fied. It's crazy, mind blown. There we go, empty array, yay. And so now if I run the test again, we should pass. Array was empty. We got all the way up to the array was empty. Nothing we can do about that right now. So we're going to go and build our next route, which is also an index. I got to close most of these. These are very annoying. Close others. I love that it can do that. I really do like this idea. Sometimes I hate it. Sometimes it really is annoying. So, all right, so we're going to do post. So if you do a post to deck, it'll create a new deck. And so instead of find, we'll say create a new deck. Deck equals new deck. Pass in. We should probably do some logic here. Some validation is what you would do here if you were not just rushing out a prototype. Right, deck, save. Let's do return here. If you do asynchronous stuff, sometimes you end up running things down the line, but you do more logic that way. Doesn't actually mean anything. What are we doing? All right, we're going to give it a number. No, it's a name. That's all it's got, RQ.body, name. I just realized that there's no way this is actually going to work yet unless I add in some middleware. For those of you guys who know what middleware is, I have Express open somewhere, don't I? No, I guess I don't. Middleware runs in between stuff, in between when the request hits Express and when it hits the route that I'm programming right there. So routing using middleware. We're going to try and find, this will tell you all about middleware. You don't need me to tell you about middleware. None of that matters. We're going to do form. No. Cookie parser. Well, we don't need a cookie parser at the moment. Here we go. Note available Express form. And this is what we're going to want. We want this one. Is this what I want? Body parser. That's what we want. Body parser. Usually I just copy and paste from my old projects, but so I know that this is coming though, so I have a bit of a advantage here. Except it's not actually showing me the real thing here. All right. Whatever, we're going to find out what's up. Talking about copy paste, capital S, so it saves it because we're going to need it. I'm actually going to Google this because I don't like this explanation. I want the actual code I'm going to use. Stack Overflow. Damn it. I'm making this harder than it needs to be. This is exactly what we just looked at, isn't it? This is exactly what we looked at. Not a code. Wait, here's code samples. This is what we're looking for. Right here. There we go. Okay. Honestly, it is that simple. Oh, whatever. All right. So we're going to do app.use body parts of JSON. And I should probably, I'll grab this as well. Why not? Another weird thing I've got is that I want my, but I don't like requiring stuff in the middle of a file. I just clean it that way. So, all right. So let's go ahead and try and run this thing. This will be deck. That'll be deck.to object. I'm going to do return there because I'm paranoid about asynchronous stuff. So let's try and create our first deck. So we're going to go and change this to a post and go body, and we'll say my first deck. App. Save and send. And so we've got a deck back. And now when we go to get decks, we should see more than one there. Now, for some reason, the name didn't go through. Why did the name go through? This is where this debugging thing becomes awesome, as I have a feeling that something's wrong with the way I set that up. So we're going to go back to post. We're going to try and create one with the right name. And it stops there. RQ body is an object. Username. Ha, that's why. All right, well, let's make this, let's blow this thing up. If not name, return res.json, oh, status. 400. So for those of you who don't know, 400 means bad request, means we screwed something up when I'm making the request. The requester screwed something up, ideally. There we go. Wonderful. All right. So now it'll blow up if we try and pass in the same information. Let's go ahead and try and pass in. I got my username there, my first deck, blowing up. We're going to change that to name, send. Look, it's got a little name field there. That's good. If we go to get, now we've got two things. That one's got my first deck. Now, cool thing is that the tests will now pass. That would show it. Not pass. That should pass. See, there you go, because it's got at least one thing. So let's real quick, we're going to try and whip up some tests for other stuff. I think there's got to be a way to sub it in there. I want to go back real quick and look. You can't asynchronously call describe, and I don't want to load the same thing 100 times. Wow, it's crazy with the promises. All right. Whatever. We're going to go. Describe slash post slash decks. So we're going to make this so we know the difference. Should return 200. We're going to go method is, post, and change this to is object is also is not an object, and we should probably do body name. There we go, test deck. Again, we're going to create a bunch of test decks. Yes. You know what? I'm going to give that a namespace too. I like namespaces. What is a namespace? It is kind of like a username, but it makes it easy for me to refer to different decks. I can have like a test deck. All right, where am I going? Okay, body.name, if not body.name. Deck has no name. All right, so let's run this test again and see if it works. Good, good, good. 2 passed. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to do one other one. We're going to say it should 400 without a name. So we're going to try and make it 400. Or I'm just not going to give it a name. And there's a way to assert this stuff. I just don't care right now. If you want to rewrite my test later, this thing's open source. Fork it and rewrite it. There you go. Should 400, all that. We got 3 passing. We're all good. You know what you should do? You should push your code up fairly frequently. Not to master normally. You know what? I'll even show good stuff. We're going to call this starting. And so we're creating a branch there. Again, the exacts of what branching means before is beyond me. We're not getting fancy with all this stuff. It's always exciting my first commit on a project for some reason, especially something like this. It feels like a big project where stuff might blow up. It could be even more interesting. But all right, so we've got that. We got that. So we want ability to select a deck pretty easily as well. So we're going to go get decks / deck. And we're going to say the URL is / I'm going to start giving these things namespaces. You know what? I should probably make sure that the namespace exists. Namespace, I think I'm going to leave optional. I should add validation to make sure that there's a proper namespace. We'll get there eventually. / what do we want to call this? So I'm just going to call it circle. CARCLE. That's going to be the namespace of one of our decks I'm going to create right now. Oh, post. Send. It's good. Let's go ahead and do a git. See if we got it. Circle. Oh, I didn't add a namespace on the. I did add a namespace. What is up? I don't think I rebooted this thing. Oh, that's one of the problems. I could put a live watcher on this thing, but file watchers eat up about a bunch of memory. So, damn it, it's still not doing it. I can see it's missing it. All right, so we'll go back to debug. We have to have lots of patience. Body, namespace, circle, go. It exists. I'm passing it into it. In deck, we've got a name, spaces, mother of pearl. Trying not to swear this thing. In case the children's watching. I'm going to go past the breakpoint this time, and hopefully it returns namespace circle. We're going to do a get. Look at that. Namespace circle. Wonderful. Good. Great. Grand. Moving on. Now we're going to do a get building / circle. I haven't made this route yet. 404. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to create another route. It's going to be very similar to this. Except, you know what? I think we're going to use, we'll go ahead and use params. That's fine. Using middleware. Use param. Come on. Basic routing. param. Oh, guide. Routing. param. There we go. Okay. That's okay. This is what I'm looking for right here. So what this does is I'm going to be able to extract very easily anytime I put something like /:deck. Anytime that's in the URL, I'll pull it out and run this line of code first, which this is going to populate our deck if error return error. Wait, no, next. And we're going to go find, we only want one, deck singular, req.deck equals deck. Good, the ID is going to be, we'll make this an OR. So it could be the actual ID of it, which I think is _ID, or it could be a namespace, which is going to let us do that cards thing. And I will need to add index in the MongoDB in a bit. Return, because I don't like it's painful to not have the return there for some reason in my head. It's unnecessary in some aspects, but I've had code run asynchronous and you like execute something else and return two things. And you're just like, painful. Okay, what do we got? So we're going to add our 404 check here, if not our Q deck, which we just assigned previously. Return res. We should return next, and that'll eventually 404 itself. And that way it's a little more secure. No, I'm actually no. I don't care about security right now. It's just, I would rather have a clear error message status. 4.send with JSON. Go. And let's return that to object. Oh. Good. Doing stuff. Rerun it. I should look and see if anybody's watching. Anybody watching? 0 viewers. All right. A new record. Okay. So now if we go over here, we try and run this. Okay. There'll be a clear version of it here. Okay. We need to regex and make sure it's an object ID. All right. REGX Mongo. object ID. It expects it to be a certain thing, but it's actually, let's check for Mongo ID. It actually, it expects it to be, what's the word I'm looking for? There we go. It's expected to be a proper base 16. Why is the word spacing on me? Object ID, but it's not. So here we go. Oh my gosh. That's a smooth there. All right. So we're just going to change it. It's a regular string. It's not a base 16 thing. So I guess I got to include Mongoose here. J require Mongoose. There we go. Cool. So I don't want that. We're just going to do this instead. I'll go query. And we'll just say query equals this. And then we're going to pop query into find one. And get rid of comma. And I think that will do. Let's find out. RQ.status is not a function. RES.status. So I accidentally said the request instead of the response. It'd be like me saying open a letter that I sent. You know, I don't know. It just wouldn't work. No deck found. Okay, that's not good because I'm pretty sure I just created one. If I go to get decks, there, namespace. Okay, let's look at my query. I have a feeling I queried the wrong thing. Namespace ID. Namespace looks good to me. All right, let's run this thing with the debug point there. Our query, circle, namespace circle, namespace. It's a win right there. Let's double check on this end. We got. Yeah, okay, so that's good. It returns something. REQ. Aha! The classic if not. Forgot an exclamation point and ruined your day. All right, let's go. There's my deck. Good. Let's make a test for this if I don't have one. Should return a 200. I'm going to make one that should 400. We're going to do, take that, put those in here. 400. Let's say if object and if not body.error or not body.error.message. Go. Let's see if we can run our tests. Okay, there we go. Invalid status code 200. Should return 400. Oh, that's because I didn't give it a deck that doesn't exist. I'm a deck that doesn't exist. Try this again. That's right. I don't want a 400. I want a 404. 404 means missing. Error 404. Here we go. Bad tests, bad code, bad data, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. So now we can view an individual deck, but half the point of that was to get the cards now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get cards. Cool. So if not deck, we'll 404, and what we're going to do here, a little heartburn. It's not good. Damn tacos. We're going to find more than one cards. We're going to go card. And we're going to do, our ID is q.deck.id. And there aren't any cards yet, so that should be pretty easy to do. And do res.json cards. Cool. Let's add another test. Let's restart this thing while we're doing that. We're going to add another test in here. And /cards. This is how we access the cards, and /cards. And it should be is array. And we'll do the body.length again. Just grab it from up here so I don't have to retype the error message too. Cool. And let's fire her up. See what we got. Array is empty. So we got all the way to the last bit where the array is empty, which we know because I haven't created any cards yet. So let's go ahead and we're going to create another, we're going to create a post route. I'm just going to steal our decks. Where's my post? There we go. I'm going to steal this. /decks/deck/cards. Eventually, I'm going to need to put some authorization on here because you know how to edit other people's decks. Yes, conundrum. All right, so we'll do that later. Because like I said, right now, I don't care. If you want to edit my decks, I'm trying to get this thing written in the next 2 hours and 15 minutes. If we can write a game in 2 hours and 15 minutes, then do. I don't think I'm gonna actually get that far in 2 hours and 15 minutes, but we'll go. What do we need for cards? We need not card name, we're gonna suit. I'm just gonna go. Probably a better way to do validation, but I am shooting from the hip. If length greater than 0, we're going to return area missing fields plus join. Okay. So if there's any missing fields of that, if not suit, then missing fields that suit that push, or missing fields that push suit. So that's just going to add that to the list of field. We also need a number and a rule. Is that different? We got a card. We got a rule. Good. Cool. So I'm going to do suit. Number. And rule. Should probably cross-check against the cards. I'm almost wondering if I want to pre-populate the cards with no rules whenever a new deck is created. I feel like that would take up more storage capacity, though. I'm also going to add an extra field here. We're going to go. So basically, we could theoretically fork a deck. For those of you guys that don't know, it's basically, let's just say I have a deck and it's got one rule different. You could create a copy of the deck based off of my deck and you could put whatever rule you want in there, and so that way we kind of track the lineage. I don't know. Random thought. So we got that rule. We also need to make sure we've got the deck that it's part of. So we're going to go req.deck._id. Oh, I should probably add in something that checks. Make sure there's actually a deck. So if someone tries to create a card on a deck that doesn't exist, it'll blow up. Yeah. Sure. Let's do this. Should probably validate the number and all that stuff, but we'll get there. Yeah, I just realized number is not always a number. So that's silly that I've got it as a number. We're actually going to change that to a string. So it should be a single letter, but all right, cool. I think I'm going to enumerate the number eventually. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's write a test for this. Why not? Post, and we're going to change this to post, and we'll go number body, and the body we're going to have a number, say K, and we're going to say suit is I do H, just a single letter, H, D, S, and C. Yeah, that should work. Suit is H. Sweet, and the rule is lampshade on your head. Cool. Okay, so Circle's gonna have a whole bunch of random cards. So let's go. I don't know if I restarted, but we're gonna restart that, and I'm gonna back in the terminal, and we're going to npm test. So that's I expected that one to fail. Response was not an array. That's right. It's an object. We're going to go find one of those. Is object. Like that. And we're just going to go here. Response is an object. And we're going to go, what do we got? Body dot suit, or not body dot number, or not body dot rule. Oop. Missing fields. Cool. Firing it up. I don't know. I rebooted that. Didn't matter. Array was empty. We don't. It's not. Oh, get. Okay. Okay. So it passed. Now, if I run it, so it should have created a deck there. So if I run it again, we'll actually should get 100% passing. No, we're not. Okay. So we're going to go over here and take a look what we got. Slash cards. Got that. So we're going to go to post, and we're going to go same body here. And you're going to make me put all this in the right quotes. And there we go. Put a lampshade on your head. Good. It's even got an ID. Does it have a deck? That might be it. No, it's got a deck. It looks like it's a string though. Okay, so Circle cards. We're gonna cards. Let's see if this loads wrong. Deck ID. Aha. So that's what we're trying to query against. In reality, it's going to be decks. We should have 2 cards, which are going to actually. Damn it! Now it's going to have 3 cards, and they're all going to be overlapping suits, which I don't like. So we need. It's got more than that. Oh, that's because the test created them too. But the test will pass now. Passing. It's good. But we got a problem that decks can have, cards already of that suit. So I'm wondering if I just want to make it edit the existing one if it exists, or not. I need a nap. I slept 11 hours yesterday. It was ridiculous how much I slept. All right. Or do I even just not want to deal with this right now? We're going to make it so if you... We're just going to see if one exists. So we'll go like this. Welcome to the world of promises. Let P equals... Actually, I have something for this. I have a live template for this, so I don't have to retype this. J, promise. I don't have one for this. I definitely do. It might only be available in TypeScript, though. All right, whatever. Let P equals new promise. This is another one of those asynchronous things. They're kind of awesome, but the entire JavaScript hasn't quite caught up yet. So I think if I'm looking at this right, though, I can do save. I couldn't say anything about it. We're not going to do it. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and load the card by the suit first. So card equals, I don't want that. I'm just going to go give it all this. Card dot find one. Cool. Done. P dot. Right. P dot then. So this is, you should look up promises and stuff if you're unfamiliar with them. Catch, but this is just logic flow. Catch the error. If there's an error, hell. If there's an error, something went really wrong. It's probably worth a 500, so I'm just going to return next error. I want the bigger error handler. Get it? And so let's see. If card, we'll do this bit here. I'm going to wrap this in another promise. All right. And then card. Cool. Done. Oh, I don't like typing crap. A lot of copy and paste and line templating. All right. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, okay. Wait. No, we don't. still do have to save it. It'll be easier. I'm going to go if card. We'll just go faster because it's less code. Oh, I was wrong. If not card, there we go. Do this. Trying to figure out the safest way, the fastest way to do this thing. Suit equals suit. Nope. I see why I skipped over the one, so I fat fingered it. So cool equals blah blah blah. All right. Resolve reject. That's weird that it's, I think something must be out of place still, because this thing should figure out where all these things go by now. And it should be able to resolve that, but it's not. Ah. There we go, no red in there. Another good thing this thing does is most of the time syntax highlighting. I found out it doesn't work great with TypeScript, which is a bummer. And there you go. So now what I got to do, I actually have to open my tool up and disconnect. And I actually have to connect to this new database and remove those ones because I'm not going to writing the whole delete method right now. So we're going to, sorry for this orientation, we're going to go into here in the config and get my host name. We call it, what is it we call this thing when we're traveling? And we're going to need a username and a password. Where's my authentication? Yeah, form authentication. Password. Username, which should be the database name. You know, I think it's on a special port now I think about it. What was the port? It was on a special port. It's not your normal Mongo port. Good, good. Save. Open her up. No bots right now. Cool, we got cards in the deck and whatever, but we're going to delete all the cards. You'd never do this in a production database. I would find you and kill you. And if it was one of mine. Good. Okay, so we run the test once, it's probably going to fail, I'm thinking. So let's run the test once. So, yep, because it's empty array. We run it a second time, passes. Now let's see if it's got 2 though in the database. 2 cards or 1. Give me 1. Come on. Yes. Nice. So it just, even if I go here, let's go ahead and do my post. And it says it's just got the 1 card still. Ideally, if I go back and do the get, this is the same thing. It's just not going through my interface, which will have better, security and stuff. That's good. I think that's the smart move to do. Yeah, and I'll add some validation. Maybe I'll even do that now. We'll do enum. So enum, short for enumeration. J, like that. So I'm going to do it. What this does is allows me to enumerate or put card numbers, like basically a constant definition for stuff like card numbers will go ace. The first bit, 1, right, 2, 2, comma, 3 is 3. That's why I can iterate over these later on. 4, 4, 5. I'm talking type 5, 7, 7, 8, 9, 9. Here's a 10. 10. I think, I don't know, my brain is fried. J, colon, J. I also could use this app to help myself memorize cards and card counting. I actually came up with a system based off of Tim Ferriss's system years ago, using athletes like coach and skill level they're supposed to learn, because there's 4 events and 4 skill levels, or sorry, four events and 10 skill levels technically. And I just, it was really easy to think, okay, like level 4 they learn cartwheel, level 1 they learn forward roll, beam walks, and so it's like kind of this interesting. You remember what the kids have competed already. Not important. I'm off to the sidetrack here. Let's keep going. Card number. The hell am I doing? Card number. Suit. We'll call it a suit. I think suit's fine. Suits. Yeah, suits. And we're just going to go with the short version. We're going to go diamond. And we'll go with heart. And we're going to go club. And we're going to go spade. There we go. Wonderful. Cool. And we're going to add a little bit more validation here. So go app.enum.card number. Same thing for suit. Okay, and I think I got to require enum still. Okay, let's see if that loads. Let's add an extra test in here. Card. No. Test index. Here we go. Should 400 bad number. So we're going to call the number, we're going to make the number G, because there is no G. And we're going to go 400. And I'm going to copy my message, this one. And we'll do the same thing with, change that back to K, and we'll change the suit to P, purple. And let's give it a shot for a bad suit. All right, let's see what we got for this. Got a 500. That means in our other window, we're going to see some. Can I read property P of undefined? Suits, plural. Would that be card numbers? Change it to card numbers. See how I changed it to like a little highlighted one when I can't find it? I like that. For some reason, it's not finding app.enum, which is interesting. All right, let's do this again. 9 passing. There we go. I like it. Okay, so now we've got the ability to create decks and cards. It's like half the battle here. Commit, push, commit, push, push, commit, push. You should write proper commit messages. Don't be like me. I guess I'm in a hackathon mode right now. Okay, so I got decks, I got cards. Man, we actually might be ready to start building a mobile app kind of around this. Wow. So that was the easy part. Tempted to relocate because it's hot in this phone booth. Let's go. We're going to keep going for a moment. Let's see how many people are streaming, actually. Let me guess. 0 viewers, 0 viewers. Lovely. I don't care. I'm running on pure adrenaline. I want to change this to Weary Traveler -server. Rename, because I'm going to add the other one is Weary Traveler /app or something like that. Edit configuration. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to go VCS. Get remotes. And basically, I just changed the name of the repository. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to go to create new. The next one's going to be repository. It's going to be Weary Traveler app. And there we go. Why the hell? This one's going to be, it's not Node. Angular. Yeah. Technically, it's Ionic. That'd be so cool. Node. I'll put that in there. Create repository. I don't want to post that this thing is. Post this on Hacker News. Why not? Repository. Oh, please stop. I hate my own voice. All right. What was I doing? That's right. Okay, let's get away from that. Get away from that. Close that out. We're going to start doing front end stuff now. So let's go to Ionic. And let's click start with Ionic. I think I probably already have it installed. Let's find out. Oh, I need to clone down my new app. That's what I need to do. It's good. So BTS, import from version control. Check out from version control, GitHub. I'm losing my voice. There we go. Weary Traveler app. All right. So, let's check out, see if we get Ionic going on here. Let's see. Cool, I already have Ionic in there. Let's, I think I can update. So we want the latest Ionic. Well, it looks like it's doing stuff. Well, it's doing that. Let's do, should I do tabs? Yeah, I should do tabs. I did not bring a S cable from my phone, but you can't see that. So no, don't call it that. Damn it. Please tell me, damn it, it did it. All right, whatever, I'm deleting it. No, don't add that either. Get more an idea. No, I'm gonna delete that. Okay. Oh, how do you keep trying to do that? All right, we're gonna call this Traveler. I'm a huge fan of the restaurant. There's a restaurant here in town. I'm not a fan of them by any means. I just don't really have a name for this thing. Delete that. Move all these to the root of the folder right now. Overwrite for all, sure. And delete that. And we're going to add all that to Git. And we're going to see what the next step is. Would you like to integrate the new app with Cordova, Target, iOS, and Android? Yes. Oh, it wasn't done. I broke it. Whatever. All right, let's try and run it. Yes. Install dependencies. What that would be? Do you want to integrate Cordova to Target, native iOS, Android? Yes. Like, why else am I using friggin' this stuff? Question Ben and Max. I give Ben and Max, the creators of Ionic, a lot of crap via this video. In reality, they're great guys. I've seen them in a long time now. It's funny, there's a theme. I'm waiting for this to run. There's a theme on the Ionic store that's Tinder. And then in there they have Ben Max. And I think in one they got matched. And it was just funny for me, just cracking up. But great work, guys. Love Ionic and all the stuff you guys. Mobile dev community. It's running npm install right now, so it's going to take a couple minutes. Let's see if anybody's actually watching me. 0 viewers. Betting that link didn't go so well on Hacker News. So tempted to check my Facebook right now, but it's in the middle of the live stream. I don't know who else is doing stuff. Oh, there goes stuff. Just building it, creating the www folder, which is good. All right, so you guys creating all the stuff we need, SRC and all this stuff. Development running, local hosts. I wonder if it actually opened into a tab, but localhost, yep, there we go. Welcome to Ionic, yada, yada, yada. There we go. I like to put my developer console there so you can see more what it'll look like. So if you were watching yesterday, you can see that I use the Ionic prototyping tool, which is a useful tool, except it only seems to export in Ionic 1. There's no way I want to do Angular 1 ever again. Please shoot me. But so we're going to go back and we're just going to do it this way. I think they've got a generator. Oh, they got home, about. So home, you'll select your game or whatever. So I do have plans to make multiple games. But let's look. See, I think we can close that. We can close this. We can close Mocha. And we can, I don't know what else we can do. Oh, that's right. UI components. So I'm tempted to jump right to the card bit because I'm curious about how that works. Also, I did bring, it's got to be an USB S cable or whatever the fancy one is my phone uses somewhere around here. So let me pull up my UI drawings I got here. So the first thing that we need is game select screen, rule select, deck select screen. Let's go with that. We've got, let's see if they got generators here. I think they do. Let's go. I want to see the command line interface tools so I know what I'm working with here. Let's go open this up. All right. CLI. So the command line tool has some cool stuff. Generator will let me generate a page, like an Angular says like ng generate something, but it's config set GPath, blah blah blah. Starter templates. Here we go. Starter templates. Command list. Generate. There we go. Generates pipe better tabs and Angular greater than 3. I think that's what we're using. I honestly don't know. And generate. There we go. Look at all that. I don't know what a pipe is. All right, so we're going to do another terminal. We're going to go Ionic G. Let's see if it is it, and we'll do page, and we'll do I'm going to call it deck. We get like a different page for editing deck, so we'll do deck list deck. List deck list decks. Let's find out if that works. I don't know. Okay, cool. So I go back to pages. We got list decks. I love that they can switch based on the camel case in there. That's really cool. All right. So let's home. So I'm gonna make a little home list thing. So we'll go on to components. We're gonna go lists, thumbnail lists. Yeah, God, that's ugly. So blah blah blah. Welcome to Weary Traveler. ELER. Image Soda is not there. Let's say cards. And we'll say play some cards. Cool. And I actually don't know what that actually I don't know how we're going to do linking Ionic. Yeah, it's been a while. So we got API. This is where you go down a rabbit hole having a million tabs open. They have to have other links from other pages and stuff. Where's tabs? Tabs HTML. There you go. Root. After root contact. Okay, so it actually have. No, it doesn't. Let's look at our working demo here and see if I click about. See, it does switch. So what is actually causing it to switch? I don't know. Doesn't say that it links to anything here. Maybe it's in the. This is where it's like the faster you can click, the better you're at. Wait, am I in? Yeah, I'm in the right thing. SRC. Index HTML. Da, 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 da. I don't care about any of that. Let's go app component. No, it doesn't say anything about the links main TS. No, nothing. Cool. Don't care. Man. How does it know? Tab root, tab 1 root, tab 2 root. I don't know. What the hell is root? Sonic root. There we go. Some documentation about tabs and stuff. Tab root. Let's just search and see if that's in here at all. No? Okay. Here we go. Ah, I see what's going on. Okay. I don't like that. Just figure out how to do nav here. Mm-hmm. All right, I don't want to dick around with this too long. We're going to start hacking and slashing in a second. Let's go to home. Equals, I don't know. Let's list deck page. We're going to add something here. It says, okay. Yeah, that looks good, right? All right, let's see what we got. Should it automatically update it? I don't know. We're going to find out. Oh. Yep, I shouldn't have the double dots there. No, I probably should. I totally should. What? Damn it. That's what I about list X fool. If anybody's watching this, it's like, what's this guy doing? It's an asset. Oh, what the hell is a known property button? Then we have button. Button. Who's got the button? If I say stupid crap like that, I kind of wish no one listens to this. Color. Click. No. You're gonna make you don't have like a nav button. Slackers. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. This seems like something that should be covered in like a 101 type thing. It's back to nav. So just going to call it ion nav. Oh, like nav or tab, big look at the nav control API docs. Let's see if this works. We're going to go. Okay, that's good. So we'll do click. And nav. There we go. And there's that. Well, page one is not defined. I don't think I actually have page one in there, do I? Yes. I don't have page one in there. It's not a thing anymore. Yeah, I don't. I just didn't pick up the update, you slacker. Property push does not exist on type page any void. All right. Let's go back and take a look here. Oh, I probably have to do that. There, and then there was something above it here. Let's see if we got this. Why? Oh, got a second one there. View child is not defined. See, it doesn't have the view child up there. You guys are slacking on your updating stuff. No, it still doesn't have view child. The controls. Add a console log in here to see if you do a console log X. You can actually recompile now. Yeah, you did. Okay. So I got nav controller, view child. Still not there. View child not defined. The easiest way would be to just Google that, but I just want to see if I missed anything. Ah, there we go. Co.nav is not a function. Well, that example sucks. There's got to be a simple router. Like a simple routing tutorial here. Slackers. Nav labeled is not a link. You can't just use normal hyperlinks here, I guess. You got your view child, da 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 da. There we go. This might be something. Let's go look in here for a second and see if there's any other. The tabs, you don't need a view child or anything like that. I don't know. Root page, tab page. Okay. So what do we treat like a component? You know that, okay. I think I'm seeing a pattern here. Okay, let's get rid of all this other stuff. They're sitting there right in front of us the whole time as nav control. List dex page. I did not spell it right. Oh, it's just oh, I'm in the wrong one. This next page is correct. This next page. Oh, component factory. That's their controller should have done that. They should have added all that. So home TS line 1. Oh, the crap about that little there. Okay. So okay, so let's just go and look in here, which is where I guess it is actually missing from. I would have added that automatically. You got to add it here too. Angular component automatically adds that stuff. Oh, there we go. List X. Cool. So I'm in the wrong project completely. Off my damn rocker. Yeah. So I'm going to take and copy and paste again from the ionic components. Let's find ourselves, I don't know, better list. We don't have avatars, so it's called basic lists. In set lists, all right, we'll do that. Now, there's a way to do a sliding motion, I believe, in here. What's inside here? Let's where's this? The sliding one. There's a slide there. Let's go list Slides, is that it? No, that's not what we want. We want that's hacky as hell. It's sticking us back with slides. Get out of there. Sliding list? Is that? Yes, okay, that's what I'm looking for, is that sliding list. Ion lists, ion sliding. Let's just take this example instead. Do the avatars and see if that'll work. We only need one right now. Oh. Okay. That's good. Hopefully that updated, and let's see what it looks like. Style is for shit. But press 4. Sorry if you're listening to this and you have sensitive ears. I'm not that sorry. Something can slide at different directions. Huh. Okay, that's cool. And that is what it's supposed to look like. Is there like a... Let's read the API docs real quick. It's missing chunks of stuff. Item sliding. Here we go. Okay. All right. Well, we don't need stuff on both sides right now. We'll just yeah, I want to change that. It's a red one. No, there's nothing red. All right. And add some event listeners here, which is cool. Nope, not that one. Closing you. Click. So we could probably put that right on the item itself. We'll call it deck. We'll go deck name, and I should probably do requests in Ionic 3. Cool. There we go. All right, let's double check if this isn't a crappy one. Subscribe. Oh, it's God. Can't give me a better HTTP request tool. Oof. I don't like it. God, that's ugly. All right, there we go. This is where then and catch is a little more promised by that module. Let's see. Text. Get our import statement. Add that to the constructor. getting ahead of my computer. It seems to be slowing down. Actually, do this on NGINet. Let's see when it does that. Screw it, we'll do it on load. Okay, we'll see how they handle environment variables. I think they handle it. Is there an environment folder here? There probably is. You're slowing down, or ionic environment variables. I don't have it. I should probably go ionic 3. Interesting. Webpack config. It's really warm in here, and I should definitely go outside or something. I don't know if we got webpack config. Config. SRC config. Don't know. Package set JSON. They don't even have a config. No, I guess I'll okay, I see what they're doing. Interesting. Okay, so where to go? Directory config. What is it? Webpack.config.js. Yeah, line numbers. And so ts config. Okay, we want that. And Sure. We'll see how that does. And then where do I put my environment variables now? I should probably make a service for loading decks. Yeah, we should probably do that. Config.dev. I'm just going to add this real quick to Git because I don't like that it's red. Oh, my associate Jonathan will not be coming to the festivity this evening. Okay. List X. All right. So what do we do? env.host here. And I add that to the, I guess, env file, which I don't know where it is. Config, yeah. Yeah, I like that better. HP local host 3000, if you remember using that from earlier. If anybody actually listens to this whole thing, I'll be impressed. What the hell? There we go. Endpoint. Good, good. Finished. Are you actually loading? No. Cannot find module. That's an easy one, I'm sure. What? What the hell? Google. That's a URL? The fuck are you? It's probably this one. I don't think you got the second thing. Starting this is when you install stuff happens. I don't know. It's weird. Let's see how many people are watching right now. 2 viewers. Wow. Hey, how's it going? Glad you, hopefully you're enjoying whatever you're seeing here. If you're just stepping in and we're building a game, it's be a card game, Circle of Death. Am I on the chat? I shouldn't have closed that window. I could probably, I don't know if I was one of the ones game. Feel free to chat me. I'll try and check it if you're actually interested in what I'm doing here. My solo viewer. Damn, I forgot what I was doing now. Oh, that's right. I just restarted this. And so we're going to go to close this one. I find module environment. Here we go. So right now I'm trying to set environment variables. And so this Webpack thing should be firing off here. Ah, but I don't have a process env name. I actually have no evidence that any of that's actually getting hit, like the Webpack config or anything like that. Let's try doing good. Okay, that's good. Serve. I wish I could pause that in the debugger, but I actually don't know what's going on here. We're beyond my use default config. Okay. I think this is getting hit. Let's make this ugly. Yes. That's good. So it does hit that. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about the Webpack config. Okay, so it's got the right environment. That's good. Did I call it config.ts or JS? That might be a thing. Refactor, rename, TS. All right. Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. It's compiling, it's building it to something here, so I could look at this maybe and see what we've got. Oh, God. And it's building it tight, so it's going to be a pain to pull it out of there. Oh, what let's resolve an alias. Resolve alias. Utility/utility. I'll check to see if you type anything. Nope. That's me. Oh, I think I need a breather from this. Been in this room too long. But I only have an hour left until shit hits the fan. I swore again, sorry. Yeah, I'm not that sorry. What? Yeah, what? What does this mean? Yeah, that's working. That's working. Compiler options, csconfig. Dev. Oh boy. There we go. No provider for HTTP. This is an easy one. Whatever. I think I got this one without too much hassle. What's up, man? Yeah. I gotta get out of this room. It's too damn hot. But I want to fix this first. Oh, man, I'm not even close to where I should be. It's over here. What did I install earlier? Anybody remember? Like a native HTTP. It is a provider. Okay, did you reload? Good. No provider. Recompiled it. Yeah, it didn't tell me it's unused, which means it didn't pick up. I just put a browser module. What the hell? I did what? What the hell? That was on me. Oh, yeah, I screwed that one up. Hello? Hello? Anybody there? Yeah. Put the microphones to the right setting. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Cannot read property name of undefined. All right, we got something new. That's good. But sounds like it's been made a call out. It's This is supposed to console log all that stuff, so theoretically. Undefined, yeah. There we go. It's line 43, which means there was an error. But it's empty. Let's just console log error, get rid of this. Okay. Cordova, not available. That's right, because we're in the browser. Copy. Oh, that's lame. There we go. Let's see if I can do that. Remember this fall, I was messing around with the MP3 player for CastX, my podcast search engine. It's incredibly expensive to keep upkeep. And yeah, so I had to do a bunch of this stuff. It's a pain. And it's really warm in here. I keep complaining about that, but outside, the real world. Just kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Oh, it's blowing up here. Can I read name undefined? I got that. Plugin not installed. The plugin's HTTP. I'm about to break my goal of not checking old projects and probably end up checking an old project. See what the hell I can do to fix this. Oh, wow, that's pretty damn good error messaging there right above it. I should have seen that. Advanced HTTP. Getting fancy here. Let's see if it runs. Close that. Huh. Now come on in. What's up? Yeah, the problem is my friend's got an engagement party, and I really should go to it.
Yeah, is it tonight?
No, it's tomorrow.
Okay. That's like, because I think I'm gonna drive down tomorrow.
What time?
Pretty early, like 6 probably. Because I think the hackathon starts. Actually, we don't know. We can't find it where it actually says when it officially starts.
Yeah, I couldn't see it either.
They don't say, apparently.
Shoot.
So we're just like assuming it starts maybe like 10 or 11.
Yeah, as of the moment, don't count on me. I really do want to go, but I just don't think I can.
Well, if you change your mind by tomorrow morning, just let me know.
Slack, yeah.
Send them, yeah.
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah. See you.
Yeah. Read name of undefined. What we got here? No. You go down here. You stay up here. All right, we're gonna go dex equals array, and then do. I think this will be ng4. Let dec from dex. Of, is that it? Of dex? Yeah, that'll do. All right, let's see what we got. I don't think it's live reloading. There we go, top one. Huh. $300, did I actually put that in there? Oh my God. No, I think I have to go do the whole thing again because live reload's not working. Live reload works now. Sweet. Oh, all right. Yeah, so I'm getting, I don't want to say bored, but I'm getting to the point where I just want to move quick. So we're going to GitHub. This one's an easy fix. Go to chaoscraft server. Yeah, I'm going to just start stripping stuff out of here so I can move faster. It's going to be in router. Routes. Better, I should put that in there. Da, da, da. We're going to go here. Routes folder. New directory. Routes. Next step is yes, J manual go, and we're going to start doing stuff from here. Here, that remove Got body parser up. Mongoose as well. Here we go. This is what I want right there. I'll go look at Express real quick to make sure that's a thing. Port. I don't know if I can do that. Request help. I'm blind. Host name. I used a different name for a different project, different space, but it was much faster and more complex than this. I need that for this one. Okay, so let's reload this. Okay. Pause in here. Make sure we got that right. We did restart that. Interesting. I shouldn't have responded. XHR localhost. Hello, traveler. Well, is Hello Traveler above this? It is. Actually, sorry, I'm all over the board here. Let's actually get a proper listdex endpoint plus X. There we go. And away we go. Still losing my mind here. I think the live reload thing's working. Play. That's good, right? Nope. Let's go to network. Looks like it still used the wrong thing. Yeah. I don't think the live reload's working yet. It did load, right? Yeah, look at that. Okay. The live reload is definitely not working. Oh. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got We have a network. No, that's right. It's pausing the debugger. Localhost, it's not giving me the damn port. You bastards. It did give me a deck though. I think it's using 8003. Such a hack right now. All right, let's try again. Cross-domain security. Important, but a pain in the ass. Okay, so that's good. Got that back. Good. All right, so let's gonna go in here and we're gonna say right. Good, good. I have a feeling you didn't compile still, which is really annoying. Oh my god, it's gonna keep iterating its port and changing its port. Oh my god, I fucking hate you. Queue original URL. Let's see what that does. Okay, that's something. It's got, so we go headers maybe? Headers? Origin. Headers origin. Let's do this again, get rid of that. Sure. I think that's returning as a string. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's a string. All right, we should probably, I don't know, parse it as JSON. Let's try this one more time to see if this is actually, nope, it doesn't have the JSON parse in there. It's going to slow us way down on our development speed because the lab reload doesn't work. I'm swearing fast it moves, aren't I? Well, that's good. Got a bunch of test decks in there. Cool. Let's delete most of them. removing over the namespace not equals circle. And these in there. There we go. So if we go back here and look again, it will only be one this time. Circle of death. 4. That's it. All right. So get rid of these console logs. And we can, I don't know. I don't even know what those are. Actually, I have a play deck in there. I do not. Maybe it's blowing up over here then. Yeah, play deck is not a function. Play deck. Now there's a way to pass this deck to the next page, but I don't know what it is, and I need a break. All right, I'm taking a breather. I got 40 minutes till Scotch o'clock kicks off. All right. Oh. There we go. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.